This just in, buy now, pay later companies will now be reporting your payments to the credit bureaus.
So y'all mean to tell me Klarna and Afterpay are now reporting on our credit reports?
FICO and Klarna just got off the phone and they finna snitch on you.
Dang, I gotta do this because you're so short. Anyway, hello people, how you doing?
Welcome back.
So today we're talking about Klarna is starting to report the credit to the creditor, right? Credit people?
Credit bureaus.
I forgot what they call them. Which is funny because idiot. No, seriously, people needed it sometimes, but people weren't paying it back, and this is what happens. Do you think they'll borrow money and not have it reported to the credit bureaus?
This is why we've been telling everybody to not mess with places like this, because they will try to market it as something that benefits you, but obviously they don't care about that. Obviously, it's going to benefit them more.
Yeah, because like once again, as I said before, I said it so many times over all the videos we made about it. This makes no sense. It makes no sense to me how they make money, and now it makes sense. They're trying to turn to a bank. Now they're going to be reporting to credit bureaus.
And either way, they want you to stay in debt so they can charge you late fees and penalties and all that and interest.
It's stupid.
It's how it works.
So dumb. Anyway.
So don't be surprised.
Well, would you look at here? Buy now, pay later will now factor into your credit score after Klarna reported over $130 million in unpaid customer debt. It was only a matter of time. Like, I saw this coming a few miles away. Because if you've been following me, you know I've been talking about buy now, pay later apps for a long time, like well over a year. And it's not that I'm against the actual service. I'm against people using them irresponsibly. Because a lot of people were just using it to overconsume and buy stuff that didn't really bring them no value, no benefit. And so they were digging themselves in a whole lot of debt. And although it didn't, go against your credit and probably didn't have no super high interest rate, if any at all, it was easy to kind of take advantage of. But I've always questioned like the business model. I'm like, how are they making money if they not charging interest? They not doing no credit checks. Like, people are steadily running off on the plug. And so I knew it, like, they can't operate at a loss, like not for this long. So it's going to be interesting to see the actual details of how this going to unfold. I don't know if they're going to do it to current users or to any new users, or if they try to borrow any, more like new money to slap it on somebody that already been having it or already, kind of got the debt or whatever. I think that'll be like a little, I don't know, but I would say unfair, but I don't know. We're going to see. But either way, you're going to have to tighten up on it because you don't want this to impact your credit score in a negative way.
Well, the whole irresponsibility thing, like, that's honestly, you gotta be safe for like basically anything and everything at all times.
Exactly.
But all people like, I'm not paying them back. Hee hee ha ha. Have fun with that.
And then you're going to ruin a service that could be helpful for the responsible people.
Like the Chase Money glitch. How people basically ruin them having the least restricted credit, like wire transfer stuff ever.
Yeah.
Like now it's gonna be ruined. Now I'm gonna change it up.
It sucks. Like, this could be helpful, but a lot of people are really using it to overconsume, because you don't need to pay for like a new pair of $500 shoes on here. It could be for emergencies. Yeah,
truly. Yeah, I see that. If it's for emergencies and now your saving money is not going to be taken up by emergencies, boom, now you can actually buy those shoes at a later date for a better price.
Exactly.
That easy.
No interest.
No credit check. Well, yes, credit check.
If you use Afterpay, Klarna, or Affirm, the good times may be over. Until now, these accounts called Buy Now, Pay Later haven't impacted your credit score. So the accounts were easy to get just to click on a website. And if you fell behind on the payments, there wasn't a credit hit to it. Sure, you'd be put into collections, but your score would not go down. But now FICO, the leading credit scoring company, has just launched new credit score models that for the first time ever incorporates buy now, pay later loan data. Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion are already integrating this data into their credit reports. It's not all good, it's not all bad, but here are the pros and cons. On the plus side, on-time payments are now going to help you build your credit, which is great, especially for people with thin or limited credit histories. People who pay their buy now, pay later loans on time can see an increase of up to 21 points on their credit score. But on the negative side, missed or late payments can now harm your credit score, just like with credit cards or other traditional loans. And multiple hard inquiries from opening several accounts in a short period of time can also lower your score. Each hard inquiry is visible to other lenders and may impact your ability to get approved for new credit. The era of buy now, pay later loans being invisible on your credit report is unfortunately behind us. Your repayment behavior is going to impact your credit score and your ability to access new credit. Need help getting out of debt? Get in touch to see if bankruptcy is the right move for your financial future.
People in the comments saying their credit score about to fly up. They're gonna get a perfect 900 credit score. I don't know how long that would take. You can't just open up willy-nilly because he said you open up too much.
I'm pretty sure at most it goes to like 850.
850. I don't think it goes to 900. I don't think that's
I
possible.
don't think so. But for real, that's crazy. I feel like this whole thing was a marketing stunt because they want to get you in. And since they say like no interest, no credit check, whatever, they got you in and then they pull it and like nobody's going to care.
No, for real, because that was kind of makes no sense now. Because like they have this loan and most of their loan type things or whatever this is already had credit check and stuff, credit reporting inside of it as soon as they made it.
Yeah.
So they did this on purpose. They waited until everyone got up into debt. They waited until they had like 100 million people in debt. And then boom.
Sounds like the plan. They always want people to be in debt. So they were waiting for people to overconsume, leave the stuff there. They don't pay off their debt. And then they got all your money because now they can do all of this.
They sold all your information to the creditor, the debt collectors. Now they're going to sell it to the credit bureau.
Yep. That's why you got to be smart with stuff like this.
Yes. Same with the JP Morgan, how they got everyone with the money glitch, and then they're going to plan to make a low credit, bad, bank stuff, whatever.
Yeah. Don't let people play with your money.
Oh, it's part of a master plan somehow.
It really is.
So y'all mean to tell me Klarna and Afterpay are now reporting on our credit reports? Say what? Now, I already knew about Affirm, right? Because they already reported on my credit report 3 different times, but I paid them out. But now we have 2 additional ones that's reporting. It can be a blessing and a lesson. Like, if you're the type of person that pay your bills on time and you pay your buy now, pay later loans out, I really feel like it will help our credit score. Now, when we pay out something, our credit score goes down, but it'll skyrocket, okay? But if you one of the ones that don't pay your bills on time or your loans on time, your credit score is going to go all the way down. So I love this for me because I pay my stuff out. I only had Affirm, Acima is for furniture, and I had Klarna, and I paid all of them out. But they reporting in, so make sure y'all pay them people their money back. I always tell y'all, if y'all can't pay them back, leave them alone. If you want to buy now and don't want to pay it later, they not for you. Okay? Don't mess it up for the ones that be doing good.
Well, that's what happens.
Now you're going to be stuck with like a bill of thousands of dollars that you can't pay because you thought it was going to remain the same the whole time.
And now your credit's ruined.
See, this is a thing where it's always proven you can have so much generosity. People believe this company is being generous. Like, no, they're trying to keep pat their own pockets. But let's sit here and think. So everyone thought this company was being generous and helping people out, and the first thing everyone did was try to get over on that.
It's not a charity.
That's crazy. You guys really don't deserve nothing good. Because if someone was to help you out, was proven here, you would try to screw them over in the first chance you get.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
And you're also screwing yourself over too.
For real.
Because even then, like, you don't want to have to worry about paying that bill back, and you don't know what happens with your money in the future.
It's insane.
And even stuff like furniture and stuff, you won't realize how much stuff you don't actually need. Like, if you don't have the money, it's nothing wrong with like not having furniture in your place until you can save up. Like, eat on a box.
Yeah.
Sleep on an air mattress for a second, rough it out for a second, and then save up.
That's actually what we did. We actually ate on a box. Our TV stand was on a box. My gaming set was on a box until we got all our furniture in.
Well, it wasn't that we didn't have the money. It was just that
it didn't come in yet. It would took like a whole extra month to come in. Like, dang.
It's crazy.
It was crazy.
This just in, buy now, pay later companies will now be reporting your payments to the credit bureaus. Here's what that means for you. This could negatively impact your credit score if you don't play their game perfectly. So if you've ever used Affirm or Klarna or PayPal installment loans to make a purchase, it tells me a few things. Number one, you've created some bad financial habits. You've relied on lenders. You've fallen for the psychological marketing trick of seeing a lower number in that cart, which causes you to overspend every single time. And if you're one of the 44% of people who have missed a payment, this is really going to hurt you now that it affects your credit score, on top of the late fees, on top of the insane interest rates it can trigger. So buying now and paying later is a recipe to be broke now and broke later.
I'm always try to sit here and figure out how buy now and pay later would be good at all to use. And the only thing that can pop into my mind is darn near homeless. Either pay your mortgage or rent, and now you need money for food. I can't think, and that's like this mega drastic. I can't think of anything else that it would be good for.
And even then, you got food banks.
Yeah.
And like, you really don't need to go into debt for all of this. I just feel like if it's an emergency, you have to actually get something now, but you know that you're going to be able to pay it back with like future paychecks, then that makes sense.
Yeah, because like food banks are so easy, like really easy. Not like every food bank's easy. I don't know what people's rules around them are, but they got some churches down here. I remember we were at boxing practice, or not boxing practice. We were at like a little dance class, exercise class from my mom, and then the guy who owned the gym was like, "Oh, hey, they're doing a food bank over there." He walked over there. He just gave him his name, information, and he walked back with a whole box of milk, canned goods, and all that stuff. I'm like, dang, he didn't even check if he was actually poor or not.
I don't even know how they would do that, because most of them, you don't have to give them anything. You just go in, take what you need, and then get out.
Yeah, I thought there were extra rules around, like, oh, you gotta be poor. Kind of like food stamps or something.
It's not like regulated like that. It's not like regulated by the government.
Yeah. Also, food stamps. I know they're hard to get. Sometimes they're hard to go by, hard to get by and stuff. But
yeah, the government stuff is. But like, if you go to a church, even if you maybe could just walk in and ask if they have like anything to spare, they could give you like a few cans of something.
Yeah, and then they're gonna blow up your phone probably. But you know, that's how it is.
No, they will probably try to take your information and stuff. But like,
they're gonna blow up your email, your phone, your text messages. They're gonna blow all that up.
It really doesn't matter then.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about buy now, pay later apps like Klarna and how these services are getting ready to impact your credit score. Starting this fall, BNPL services and these loans are going to start reporting payment activity to credit bureaus. So that means your Afterpay fashion haul, your Klarna Coachella tickets, that all now is going to affect your credit. And based on what we already know, the impact could be rough because in 2023, Americans took out $75 billion in buy now, pay later loans. And in the last year, 40% of Americans have reported late payments. And I talked about this in an earlier video, but 60% of Coachella attendees this year used buy now, pay later services to afford their tickets, which means a lot of people are taking on short-term debt to afford their lifestyle. Interested to see what the impact will be later this fall and in future years, but just a reminder, Klarna is not a budgeting tool. It is a loan in a pretty pink package, and don't be a fool with your money or stretch yourself thin trying to live a lifestyle or keep up with other people if you just can't afford it yet. Keyword yet. You know, you'll get there, but sometimes we just got to be strategic and smart and know what is in our budget for this season and what maybe we might need to put off for down the road.
I can't.
Why is every year though, like everyone comes out and says Coachella was a flop?
It really was every time. The only time I heard anything good about Coachella, that lady who sung, you know, like if you play Kingdom Hearts, you know the lady who sings the main song, she was there at one point, and then you got Hatsune Miku there at one point. That was pretty cool. I'm not gonna go listen to generic pop singer number 5. 2 people that I thought were pretty cool to be there. That's it.
And they charge you like crazy amounts just for like a school sandwich, and then you can't even use the bathroom. You don't even have places to sleep like that. It's crazy.
I'm not gonna
I'd rather just go to a single concert because we used to have something down here called Something in the Water. We had a lot of people down here from different like groups and all that stuff. At least here they got buildings you can go inside to use a bathroom. Not porta potty, not son.
Exactly.
I'm not doing that. I need plumbing. Plumbing's more important than my favorite celebrity.
For real, they not worth it.
Not worth it. They're not worth it.
FICO and Klarna just got off the phone and they finna snitch on you. You did hear this from me. They finna snitch on you. Why they finna snitch on you? Because FICO told Klarna and Afterpay and all of them buy now, pay later places. They said we just had letting you know that when fall come around, all of them people that didn't pay, all them people that's behind that thought that they can go on, get their little seafood boils, thought they can go to the Caribbean, thought they can go to Jamaica and they can play with you. You give me their names right now. Give me all of their names, give me their information, give me when they put out the debt, when the debt was supposed to be paid, what they haven't paid, because I'm finna lower that credit score. FICO said you will not sit around here and tell me you got a 700 credit score when Klarna says otherwise. When Klarna says you don't pay your debts. I also like for you guys to keep in mind that credit scores are just a made up thing to fuel the white supremacist ideology of America. So they don't really need to exist, and it's not a coincidence that all of this is happening now. They're trying to lower y'all credit scores to make it that much more impossible for you to get a house, to make it that much more impossible for you to move upward. Everything's all a plot. Congratulations. It's America.
Corporations.
The rich people really it's like because I actually learned that it actually wasn't made by just that, but it was definitely used during that because certain places started like, oh, we don't only do credit now. You need credit score stuff now.
People use anything to
feel hate.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is now it's definitely a class thing because they targeted poor people with this. The middle class is shrinking, guys.
Really sucks. People can barely keep up their credit scores now, so
everything become more expensive. You need more loans for things. You can't keep credit. Everything takes credit. Apartments take credit.
Exactly.
Before you used to just walk up to a person and say, hey, you got a room? Yeah, here's this much. Okay, here you go. And just walk right in. Not anymore.
Too much risk, I guess.
Yep.
Insane. This is why you buy everything in cash, if you can.
Yeah. It's legit. It's like extra. It's like, yeah, it's just a payment plan. You've been put on payment plan for nothing.
It's insane.
Sorry.
360 million people use buy now, pay later services such as Affirm, Afterpay, Klarna, Sezzle, and Zip. Those will now be reported onto your credit report starting November 1st, 2024. As of now, most of those are not being reported on your credit report, so that debt is not really being shown. So when you go and apply for stuff, lenders and creditors don't see that debt that is really out there. TransUnion has confirmed that they will start reporting. Experian and Equifax has not confirmed yet, but I'm sure they're going to follow suit. So how that can really affect you will be your debt to income ratio. Another way that it can affect you is that new account can mess up your average history, bringing it lower. Another way that it can mess you up is if you don't have perfect payment history, that can now affect your credit report, which we all know payment history is the biggest bucket. It says here, buy now, pay later trade lines will be reported as installment loan trade lines and will appear under the lender's name. It also says here, historical buy now, pay later accounts will not be included. Only new accounts reported at the designated start date for each lender will be impacted. So this is only for new accounts. And this is directly from the TransUnion website. It says buy now, pay later and point of sale loan data offer valuable insights that can improve lending decisions. So basically, they want to know all your debt before they make a decision. Want to know everything. So all that debt that is being hidden through these buy now, pay later apps will now be discovered. So if you're in the process of buying a house or needing to use your credit, keep in mind that these will be reported onto your credit, so it could affect your chances.
I can't wait to buy a house on Afterpay.
At this point,
it's a mortgage. That's a mortgage.
It's gonna end up being one.
Yeah. It's so funny. Because like the last lady said, people were using this mess for seafood boil, Chipotle. If you can't afford a seafood boil beforehand, or if you can, and you decide to use Afterpay, you don't need that seafood boil. Also, it's not even good. You're basically eating a seasoning. You cannot look me in the eye and say seafood boil is good. You're just eating seasoning.
And they're so expensive. And I'm pretty sure you can just make your own at home for cheaper.
Legitimately, the most expensive thing for a seafood boil to make at home is going to be the seafood. You can get corn from like Aldi or Lidl for like 50 cents. You can get your potatoes, you can get your carrots, your seasoning. It's just Old Bay. You're just getting Old Bay seasoning, just like $1, and just throw that in. Just boil it, because that's all you're doing. You're just boiling it. So you just getting this plastic bag for no reason.
Exactly.
It's actually not hard to make. You can legit put that in a crock pot, leave it there, go do all your stuff for the rest of the day, come back tonight, boom, you have seafood boil right there.
And you can make it your own and not get scammed.
For real. It's actually not hard. It's legit. Just put things in water and boil it.
For real. Save money.
Because, especially something that I definitely had to learn the hard way. Just like most food, you can just make at home by yourself, and it's super easy. Like, yeah, it's going to take a little more time, but you can make a whole big amount. Instead of getting one burger for like $20, you can just make like a whole thing of. You can just go to the store and buy a bunch of cheap buns and then make your own burgers, and boom, now you got like burgers for the whole week.
Yeah.
Stupid.
But let us know in the comments if you have noticed any of this on your credit report and how it affected it.
Yeah, guys. Don't get in debt like that. At least you're gonna get credit card debt. It makes more sense.
For real. Or just don't get into debt at all.
Bye, guys.
Bye.